Up next, we have a panel discussion, which will be on simplifying strategic advances in cloud services. So we have the panel moderator, Mr. Amjad Ali, the head of IT from Al Salah. In fact, who will be moderating the session along with his fellow panelists, starting with Dr. Khalid Al-Azmi, the director from the National Center for Robotics and Internet of Things Technology. Along with him, we have Mr. Al-Sharif Zayed, Service Delivery Manager from the Saudi Air Navigation Services. And then we have Mr. Rami Ayub, the Chief Digital Information Officer from SparkTech Solutions. And also the last panelist will be Mr. Manoj Ramachandran from the financial, a financial conglomerate, who's the group IT head. So we have Mr. Amjad Ali. Can you hear me?
Manoj, am I audible to you?
Yeah, you're audible to me.
Okay, great. Over to you, Manoj. So, dear participant, Manoj will take over and will address the questions to the panel. And so sorry to keep you waiting. Rami, Al-Sharif, and Dr. Khalid, I request you to please turn on your cameras and unmute yourselves, please. Yeah, thank you very much.
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah, and thank you, Bridget, for a great opportunity to meet the thought leaders and discuss and collaborate with the leaders from the GCC region mainly, and maybe more than that. It's a great opportunity. And unfortunately, our moderator having some issues, and suddenly I got the responsibility and very happy to take over behalf of Amjad. We will, we have a very hot subject actually. Hello. We have a very hot subject, as of now, the most of the organization are talking about the cloud, the transformation, moving to the cloud. And, this is a great subject, and, and even we are seeing, most of the organizations talking about the conversion from the CapEx into OpEx. This is a very conventional statement related to the cloud. Even that is very important as well. And, the cost championship achieving into the organizational cost is the very important. Same time, more than that, cloud technology itself is a cutting edge technology and a disruptive technology. At the same time, it's a base for adopting other cutting edge and disruptive technology. For example, if you want to implement AI and machine learning, if you want to implement IoT, you need a cloud solution on base of that. And even, we have like the leaders in the panel, and I want to start with Mr. Dr. Khalid Al-Hazmi, and he have a lot of experience, and he is a thought leader in enabling the cutting edge technology in this region. I would like to ask you, how the IoT, the advantage of cloud computing for Industry 4 and IoT adoption. Could you please share your experience and thoughts? That will be great for the entire team. Khalid, I think you are muted. You're muted.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Can you repeat the question? I think I didn't get that question.
Yeah, I want to hear, because as you are an experienced person in adopting the cutting edge technology and disruptive technology, and I want to, and we are eagerly waiting to hear from you about what is adoption you are getting by using the cloud, adoption in Industrial 4 and in IoT technologies.
Okay, so Industry 4.0 characterized by increased production flexibility and by the union, combining and harmonization of key technologies designed to provide the required simplicity, connectivity, and openness for a new generation of smart factories or smart manufacturing plants. Cloud computing nowadays becomes an enabler and an essential factor that helps enterprises to complete the digital transformation process quickly, with the guidance and support of specialized technological players like Cloud, Cisco, and among others. The relationship between cloud computing and Industry 4.0 is a winning combination. While it certainly needed time to mature and to begin to bear fruit, this key partnership now allows companies to radically and deeply rethink their full range of digitization process. Industry 4.0, as we all know, that it refers to the process of the digitization of the manufacturing sector, which completely distorts the value chain. The focal point of companies that carry out their business operation integrating the IoT, Internet of Things, into their process is an automated management of information associated with the widespread use of digital technologies. In other words, a genuine technological intelligence no longer need slowly to machinery and equipment, but ubiquitous and pervasive in nature and made possible by the technology of cloud computing.
Great. Thank you for your insight and sharing with us. It's a great information which we got all together. And even, I want to put more insight about that, like, for example, that is the strategical challenges which we were facing in the cloud adaptability in the most organizations. As we discussed initially, cloud is the most hot subject as of now. Most of the organizations are talking about. And even we are seeing in front of us, a lot of organizations moving into the cloud adoption. They were using the same technology, they were using their same skill set, but we are seeing some of the organizations very much success in that adoption. They are getting more customer experience, they are getting more user experience in end user computing, and they are getting more IT optimization, operational optimization, a lot of benefit they are getting. At the same time, the same technology stack, the same skill set, some of the organizations are failing us. They end up with, that it's a big failure in the cloud adoption. So I'm thinking the problem is like there in the senior management, because it's a strategical enablement. The most of the organizations are thinking the cloud is a, that like a managed service enablement, and it's a, outsourcing the services, and sometimes they will think in that way. That is simply a technical platform. That is a main failure of the organization in especially the cloud adoption. Especially as we discussed initially, it is not reducing the capex into opex. Not only that, the next transformation, the organization need to adopt, the cutting edge technology while they're going into next level, because nowadays everything is moving from the rule-based analysis into model-based analysis. If they want to adopt AI is not a rocket science nowadays, right? It's enabled with any applications. So these level of transformation, any organization need to look into cloud, but they are simply calculating the cloud adoption is one of the technical activity. It's a technical platform. It's very simply they're saying it's outsourcing the service. That is the cause of the failure of the cloud adoption. It's actually a strategical enablement activity. So the senior with the accountability is the responsibility belongs to CIO, but at the same time the accountability belongs to the board and the senior management. Their responsibility to monitor how the adoption is going on, and the benefit realization is actually need to be happen in the board level. So I can see a lot of failure because of that. Still, some of the senior management, the thought leaders, they don't have a clear vision. So they think about even the evaluation, even all the IT services, business add-on value to the organization. Still, we are focusing on the conventional method, like we will talk about ROI, return of investment, NPV. Actually, by using this terminology, we are only evaluating the tangible benefit of the IT solutions. We are only a finance perspective evaluation. So we need to introduce, the BSC, balanced scorecard, where the cloud adoption is giving you more customer experience. the cloud operation giving you more, model-based analytics, more big data analytics, where if you don't have a cloud in place, you cannot achieve the same, because you bringing in, if you are handling a 1 TB data daily for the big data analysis by using cloud, you cannot achieve that by using a supercomputer implementation on-prem. This is near to impossible. So, and even, the other problem is the knowledge, because, for example, we are recruiting some other external company to bring their cloud strategy in place. That is another, the cause of the failure. We should have our own knowledge, because the CIO have full capability to handle this, drive this project in the responsibility, and he should have proper knowledge. He need to bring the strategy and adopt or recruit other people to implement that strategy. So these areas, like mainly the cause of issue for the cloud failure. That is my thought regarding the, and we are moving into Al Sharif, and you are coming from the big operational and transformation, rich experience, and you have a lot of experience in the high level transformation in front of you. So we are very eager to hear from you, why cloud services are the right choice from your experience.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. It was an honor to hear from Dr. Khalid, and thank you, Manoj, for the great insight. I will speak holistically because we recently migrated to cloud, one of the main cloud service providers in Saudi Arabia. It gives you an advantages in more than one aspect. First of all, it gives you an opportunity and the leverage to focus on the core business by handling the hosting and computing services and its related functions to an expert in the field. Also, as well, the high availability, and as most of the cloud service provider bundles the high availability and the DR within the subscription, which is another relief from the burden. Also, as well, reduce the operational task results, which will result on more focusing on the business function within the systems and applications. So you don't have anymore the infrastructure and the systems burden. So it gives you more opportunity to focus on the business function of the tools. Lastly, you transfer the risk and the burden of it by subscribing to a secured cloud service provider. Usually, most of the service provider, cloud service, they bundle the security tools, and which will help the entity to meet the mandates and the requirements. And recently, most of the cloud service providers are competing on this level. So by default, they will enroll you, for example, in their NOC, in their SOC, behind their WAF, lots of technicalities. And this meets all your requirements and mandates. I hope I answered clearly.
Yeah. Great. Thank you to sharing with us. And I'm moved to Rami. And you have a lot of operational experience in IT transformation, especially you saw as an IT leader, as a thought leader, you saw in front of you, like the pandemic, how, you enabled, this came in more, risk in the tactics, how much rich your, strategy with the tactics. Everyone is evaluated how good in your tactics along with your strategy. That has actually happened, unexpectedly happened this pandemic. So we would like to hear from you the role played by the cloud in the pandemic time.
Thanks, Manoj, and I'd like to thank the panelists as well for the deep insight. As you know, everybody, today we are living a new life model or new life structure. Pandemic forced us to change the mood, how we are operating within enterprises, and the complete life mood, not only for business level, also for education, healthcare, and so on, where remotely engagement and remote interact is required. So technology provider and technology host, not only cloud, all the type from application side, infrastructure side, they move fastly to adapt with these changes, okay, to continue to make the life continuous. So the cloud makes this this mission visible and make this mission practical for all organization at all level to continue their productivity and their business. So as you know today, cloud, we have multiple type of structure from SaaS to PaaS and infrastructure as a service. So it's give you the wide range how you to manage your business and to migrate safely moving to the cloud. Also, cloud give you services, okay, how to make your business process productive, how to continue operating without any business downtime. So pandemic is forced us to move to that direction. So it's put a challenge for all businesses at all levels to rethink about what will be the future investment. Are they going to still investing in the infrastructure, on-premise services, or they need to now to move to the new era with its digital transformation? So it's give for a decision leader from CEO to the downtime level of employee. What will be the long-term plan, the long-term strategy? So we need now at this case to learn from this pandemic as an opportunity for us how to restructure our business processes, how to evaluate the KPIs, how to stay collaborative and productive with other entities, with other parties. So hopefully with the coming 5 years, okay, life will convert it to the virtual environment. Okay, it's already started. But now everything will be virtualized. We have robots, robotics, automation. So I believe a human will be more proactive and more productive, creative, in terms of while they was doing the job by themselves, now they will enhance the cloud services to do in their behalf. So hopefully we can successful, especially within the GCC country, to align with this trend of movement global.
Great, Rami. And you know, it's not a small subject we can able to discuss in a short span of time. It's a great, and you know, I know that everybody having a lot of things need to be shared more. And again, unfortunately, we are running behind the time. So just I think this is a time to closure and everything. And Bridget, are you there?
Wonderfully moderating the panel discussion.
Yeah,
and yeah. I would like to thank Khalid. I would like to thank Rami and Ashraf also for sharing their wonderful insights with us and joining us for today's panel. Thank you so much, dear participants and panelists.
Thank you.